Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on another Doodle Diary. Today we're going to be doing not a chibi style drawing, which is amazing. I'm stretching my legs in other art now because we had a lot of commissions for chibi style art, and I have no problem with doing it. I really like it. I like reimagining very complex characters in little cutesy forms and smaller little big head style. I mean, I have no problem with that. But I really enjoy just doodling whatever. And I sat down and I went through a few things. I tried to doodle some other stuff, but then, of course, I always I've not drawn Joker in a while. And I don't know what made me think of it. But I just started drawing Joker. The big crooked smile and the nose and the eyes and everything. And it morphed into a sketch of Joker. And I said, you know what, we'll just go with this. Because that's the whole purpose of Doodle Diaries. I'm not sitting down planning a whole lot. Even the sketch is not very, directional. Like it doesn't, with most sketches, if you were to commission something, I would do a couple of sketches until I felt my way out. Maybe a small, preliminary, pose style, quick pose sketch, and then build off from it. I know there's some artists I've seen, and this is something that I've just now started to really understand and adopt. They do lots of thumbnail sketches, like small sketches, like really small ones of just rough poses and shapes, and they'll do a page full of them really just to feel it out, and then that is if they don't know really what they're going for, and then they'll kind of hone it down, until they've got what they want, and then they'll do maybe a couple more sketches, larger, maybe almost the same size, and then go from there. And I do that. I mean, I'm starting to do that now. Not necessarily the thumbnail sketches, but I'll fill up, a sketchbook, a couple pages with ideas of something, of a commission, before we go. Because some of the times, oh, damn, there goes my Facebook. Some of the times, you have to experiment. And it's important to do that, especially if you're commissioning work from someone. You're definitely going to have to always make sure that, first off, it's just professional. You don't want to go into it willy-nilly. I understand, as an artist's spirit, and I do that too, I don't like to, I just like to feel it and get in there. But sometimes as an artist's spirit, it works against your artist's spirit. At least it does for me sometimes. Because if I go in something gung-ho and I don't really plan previously, I may fail at the attempt. And I know as a perfectionist and as an artist as well, sometimes I get a little upset at that fact, and it will take away from my mojo, I guess. We'll use mojo, because that's an important, word and sounds fancy. But, for those of you who are creative types, and pretty much anybody, you get your mojo when, from feeling good. And just everything's going off right now while I'm trying to talk. Well, we've got a great line of talking here, so you're just going to have to deal with that Facebook noise. That's what I get for having a tab open, right? But your mojo gets, hurt. And for me, it's hard to get back in it. And I know that's something that you really shouldn't as a professional and as working in, any kind of field, whether it be, someone else or working for yourself. You got to always power through it. And that's something I always work on and try, especially when there's, paying customers, wanting the artwork or wanting your creativity. That's what they're doing. And you should always make sure to give it your all and push past that, because in the end, as a creative type, you may feel as if your mojo's not there, you can't do your best work. But sometimes you need to push forward through that to get back to your mojo, to get your mojo. That'll amp your mojo back up. Mojo here is your creativity, your excitement about it, your want to finish the work of art or create. And that's the way with writing and everything. And I know, as creative times, I write and stuff for some of the puppet skits and all, and it's really rough stuff, because you have to pace it and time it, and you got to know what's going on and what to say where and when to say what and how you're going to block it. And that's, especially when you're your own person, that's something I'm really falling into. Is I don't, when you have to be the person who does all of it, it's hard. But with an artist, you're not collaborating. If you're just doing a piece of work, or you're creating something for somebody in particular, if you're collaborating on artwork of some kind with a team, or you're doing concept art, of course you're going to bounce this off people, and you're going to work with other people, but we're talking about just like single art, commission style, whether you're doing caricatures or anything like that. But that's one thing that gets me. It's my mojo. I don't even know what the idea was behind me talking about that. But as you see here, you see that gray, and absolutely that is not the color that's coming out of the gray. I'm basically using the alcohol-y type, whatever's in that really light marker. They have blending markers for this, but I'm forcing it to, make the black ink that I've just laid down and some of the other colors that can be, opened back up to blend better. And it blends really well on that color pencil slash paint marker, that white paint marker. I'm really enjoying the really high-end color pencils, because I've just gotten the white color pencils, like high-end. The other ones are just Crayola or something like that, or some cheap. It's not Rose Art. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's terrible. I know you can still create art with those, but you need to get you a decent one. I know they're expensive though, so I don't have a lot of color pencils that are high quality. But I have some white ones. I have a few white ones because I use it a lot. I've been doing a lot of black and white drawings on gray sketch paper, and I don't know, it's really cool. Like one of my favorite artists, Coop. I was watching a documentary or a little story, short film or whatever about him, and he was showing off examples of things he was doing, and I really wanted to give it a go, like to do pen and ink or pen and marker, just with white highlights from whether it be a gel pen or a color pencil. And I knew that I'd have to have a higher end color pencil, because not only do they blend a little better, they come off the end of the pencil easier. They're not waxy in a way. Like some of them are more waxy. Some of your color pencils are going to be more waxy, and they don't blend. Like I can put that on the paper and like lay my thumb down and just rake it, like just rub it across the paper, while I'm working on it. So it really does. The blending is amazing. And I never thought I would really say that, but I'm not saying go out and buy Prismacolor markers. If you use Prismacolor color pencils, but in the event you do that, or say you've got a better color pencil that's a little bit higher end, or let me know. I'd like to know some of the products you use, because I'm always looking for things. I doodle and I draw and I sell these things, and I do commissions, little art pictures and doodly sketches and stuff for people. I enjoy doing it because it keeps me in the habit. It shows me how to draw, and even the drawing aspect. I create puppets as well, so I still got to draw a puppet. And the more fleshed out I can do it on the sketch, the easier it is for me to make the pattern, figuring out what I'm going to do with it. And I'm really and it helps. Every aspect of drawing helps me there as well. So, as you can see here, it looks really great in the hair with the shine. I looked a little Band-Aid there. I love that mouth. That Joker's my favorite villain, comic book character. I've always enjoyed Joker ever since I could. I know it's like a gimme because everyone's like, I love Joker. It's kind of like when people say I love Superman. I get kind of sick because Superman has all the powers in the world, yet every comic book he's in, he still's almost thwarted by some random bald businessman, Lex. I'm like, come on now. I mean, that's ridiculous. And plus, like, one little gemstone hurts him. So, but sorry for you Superman lovers. I still like Superman. Don't get me wrong, but I'm totally Batman, Green Lantern. There's tons of better superheroes in my opinion. I guess Spider-Man used to be a good one of mine, but I kind of I don't know, when I was younger I related more like, yeah, he's a young nerdy dude and he's trying to make it in the world, and I wish I could get bit by a radioactive spider. But the needs of the many I'd probably just swing around and try to date redheaded ladies too, but I wouldn't like save the day or anything. So I would be terrible as Spider-Man. But anyway, right now you're seeing some, the Magneto, Boba Fett, Batman. These are videos I've done as well. So if you're a comic book fan, go have a, go have a poke around and look at the Batman one or the Magneto one. I would really like to hear feedback in the comments. Tell me what you want to see, because like I said, when I'm not doing a commission and I'm not making it into a doodle diary, you know, I want to know what maybe you'd like to see, because you never can tell. I may doodle it. I like a challenge. I don't always want to try to guess, because, you know, I kind of I'll lean towards something easier. Everyone will most of the time. And, you know, Joker is an easy candidate because I really enjoy drawing Joker. And that was just a quick doodle. Tell me what you think. Thumbs up. And I love you. Yeah, you. Even if you're sitting in your underwear. Cue the music.